Hello everyone, welcome back to Solasta, Crown of the Magister and the Palace of Ice. We're here in an ancient space that was behind a locked magic door. And I want to know what's behind this door, but I want to rest before we do that. So, we can head back out of here through the tunnel entrance. We did learn about the missing body of somebody who was sent here prior to us. So we do have that to report, but we'll do that after we go through the mysterious door, after we've had a nice rest. We set camp for 17 hours because we probably rested just before we got into the village here, into the outpost. I don't think we need to change any attunements or anything. So we'll hop straight back in. Then, with any luck, we can hop back to this Soraks shrine and over to this door. Now, it was a bunch of phase spiders and things that were around here previously. Doesn't seem like they've all rushed back to repopulate the space or anything like that, which is good. Our unathletic folk still having troubles with these types of jumps, but maybe we'll just make them fly more frequently if we need to. Right, let's get cautious. Does not appear this door is locked. The rune mechanism room. We see
those runes on the wall?
They seem inactive.
More mana cannon shenanigans. I love it.
Is it these? They're all the same. There's a button there. There's a button there. There's a button there. I can only see the 3 buttons. Right, let's start with Big Burly Man pushing this first button to see what happens whilst we're all still here together. Square key missing. Okay, well, I don't think we're going to be progressing through here very quickly then, owing to our entire lack of keys. So that makes that decision for us. We're not going to be hanging out here much longer. Let's go report what we found, I suppose. Find traces of Exonia. Tell Ruad and Lina about Hector. I think we can tell them about Hector. It's not like it's some big secret, I don't think. Where are they? Where? Is it Lena? Ruad and Lena. This is Lena. I don't want the store. There we go.
Look who's here.
Did you find anything?
We found a dead Sorak and his coded diary. The man you knew as Hector.
Oh no, I can't believe it.
At least now you can mourn.
How is it possible? For years, he was like a father to me.
He was managing multiple operations all over the marches.
I'll copy this and spread the word.
Good idea. We need to continue our research here. We need to go.
Thank you for finding him.
Strike true.
Right. We get some of that. Return to Telema. Where are we now then? Clearly not in Telema, although it's telling us our objective is in this general direction. Isn't it? We lost the encrypted diary. That's fine. But am I missing something in here? Unless this door isn't locked and the runes are something to do with something else. Not completely implausible. Otherwise, I don't know where these keys would be. But clearly, our objective is sending us here. Oh, interesting. And we find a gate. And we find some buttons. What is going on in this room? Need a square key. Need a triangular key. And presumably there's something else somewhere around here for the third button. Because there's 3 buttons, 3 runes. But only 2 things here. And no additional one there. So let me just see what these 3 different buttons want. If there's one that is incongruent with the information we have relating to the other buttons. Square key missing. That one was square key missing, I think. It might be that this one is square key missing also. Yeah. Alright then. I don't know what a square key is, but we will keep out on the lookout for it. I don't know if this is going to be a place that we will be forced to revisit later in the plot, or if perhaps this is some kind of secret that we can opt into later. For now, though. Laboratory Solastan. And we are searching this place, apparently. That doesn't look like a great thing. Oh, a square key. And custom minor gate instructions.
Is not what it seems. This is gonna be fun.
Right, there's the key. There's the instructions. Oh god. Adventurer's Journal, book. Custom minor gate instructions. Oh, Jesus. Laboratory, experimental function, used with caution, treasure room, triangular key required, Imperial network access, square key, and sovereign needed. Circle, 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 square, triangle, square, circle, triangle. So presumably this is circle, circle, circle makes laboratory. Circle, circle, square makes experimental function. Circle, square, triangle, treasure room but with triangular key required. And circle, square, circle, triangle gets to the Imperial network access. That was this bookcase, wasn't it? Is there anything else here? We can return through there. There's standard kind of globes for lighting. Magnificent longsword, huh? Well, we should probably check that out. Interesting. Plus 1d8 ice damage, plus 1d8 fire damage. Let me just check to see if there's anything extra about that. There's any spell casting attached or similar. Anvil. Anvil. Legendary weapon martial. Resistance to cold damage. Resistance to fire damage. Your charisma score is 21 while you are wielding this weapon and are attuned to it. It has no effect if your charisma is higher than that. Bella. Are you proficient with this? Requires attunement short. It doesn't say not proficient with this. Or is it because we were in someone else's thing? What would we get rid of? And are you actually proficient with longsword? You are proficient with a longsword. We'd lose some protection from one of our attuned objects. Or we could get rid of the Horn of Blasting, because it's not very good. Alright, let's do that. Short rest. Bella, attune, remove the horn. Yes. Add anvil. So our charisma doesn't change because we already have 22 charisma. But we're now doing 1d10 plus 3 plus 1d8 plus 1d8. And we have resistance to fire and cold damage. Which is not bad. I assume we can still spellcast with this horn. Yeah, even if we are not attuned to it, it's still an instrument. Is there anything else to find in this room? Especially because that weapon wasn't even in a chest, it was just laying there. So other stuff could be laying just about anywhere around here, but I don't see anything, so we're going to go back through here. Back through the gate. And we're back here. Activate to another destination. So this is circle, circle, circle. I put the square key in here. Lost square key. Right, so we have 3 buttons and 3 sigils. So I'm imagining then each button makes a sigil. And if we check our books... Oh, geez. This one? Yes. We want circle, circle, square to get to the experimental function. So if you could please push this button, I imagine we'll get to circle, circle, square. That's my hope. How is Bella's... Oh, the only thing I didn't think of... What? Oh, stop. Can you hit that again? Are you going to make this a square? Yes, we are. The only thing I didn't think about here for a second is our strength is 8 and our dex is 16. So with this, we are plus 7 to hit. Whereas with this, we are plus 9 to hit. But we do so much more damage when we do hit with this. And it's not like we use melee attacks all that often. And the resistance is probably good for us. So, not ideal. We could always remove something for like gauntlets of strength later on perhaps, but for now we have a goal and that is fine by me. Let's get everyone back over here and see what experimental is. The other thing is this other blade here, Elven Thin Blade. Oh, it's a monk weapon. That's weird. Is there actually some other property to that that I've not been paying attention to because I never identified it formally? I can't imagine so, because we know it's an Elven Thin Blade, but it'd be weird if there was something else about it I didn't know. No, just a regular old blade. Fair enough. Alright then. Let's see where this takes us now. Oh god.
What is this place?
We'll have to postpone that debate, I'm afraid.
Okay. Lots of rocks, which are going to have to attack us with melee. And the succubus. Medium Fiend Shapeshifter. Where do we begin? mean, a gravity slam might not be a bad start, though they're kind of not close enough together as I would desire. Could also try this out for the first time. What are the odds we get counterspelled here?
Arcana, Evo, Minure.
33 damage and 0 damage. Immune to poison. Well, that's lame, isn't it? Right. One Vrockling not doing very much. We're going to go with the extremely easy choice. I say extremely easy. We could go Blade Barrier instead of Spirit Guardians, but because they can fly, I don't know if they can fly above our sphere of influence, as it were. Let's do this at 6th level. If they're going to fly at us, they're going to have problems doing it. And then here, I think we just help ourselves along in a similar way. Although we could try Hilarity on the succubus just to deal with them for a while. Choose one target, they fall down, laughing, becoming prone and incapacitated, and take psychic damage until they save at the end of one of their turns or until the spell ends. Out of range. Damn. Alright then. This it is. Go 5th level. Get 2 of them going in overlap. Bardic Inspiration for Evelyn. And these guys are not really trying to get us, and I'm not sure why. I feel like they know something I don't, and I don't like it. Let's see. We can haste ourselves. Yeah, let's haste ourselves. And then we could head over here and start attacking, but I think I'm going to stay here this round, and next round... they can fly. Maybe I should have thought about that more. Demonic Influence. We succeed against that with a nat 20. Now immune to it. Good. Right. This crowd is unideal. Looks like time for a Cone of Cold. Can we come up with that slightly? Can't get as many as I would like in this cone, I think. But I think the priority is making sure the succubus is in. That looks good.
Arcana, Evo, Malmix.
44 damage is pretty good going. They resist cold, which is not fun. Worth noting. These guys are refusing to attack us, which is interesting. Let's drop a fireball on their heads, shall we? About there? They resist fire and ice. I probably should have remembered that from a previous encounter, but I can only do so much. So what else to do then? Let's get one of these out. About there. It's not concentration, unlike the great big lightsaber attack. Oh, damn. 37 force damage on a crit. Great work. And we can Shadow Dagger to boot. They save. Only +3 to their wisdom save, worth knowing. We've completely paralyzed these rocklings. It's weird. We cannot attack anything higher up, so I guess we're just going to take the dodge action really awkwardly. Another nat 20 against demonic influence, and it's a DC 15 with a +17 to the save, so with a Paladin on board, I think we're doing alright. What else can we try? We can get Sunbeam going. Feels a bit like overkill, really. Because right now, not really much of a threat on anything. Wow, 3 1s on 3d8s. Get a guiding bolt going. Where's the succubus? Yeah, right. Succubus is stunned. That's nice. Attack with advantage against the stunned creature. Dead. Nice long death rattle there. And now, if they're not going to come to us, we might have to take our area of effect spells to them. We are going to fall. Oh, we're incapacitated, so we stopped concentrating on the spell. God damn. Can't jump for toffee. Well, these creatures doing 5 to 10 piercing damage a go. Not much threat. This guy might be more of a problem. Still not really. Not really that big a deal. We can just get some support over there. Particularly if they're going to be low on the ground, we might be able to hit them. Very nice. Really good. Yeah, that thing's having a bad day now. Maestro. Not hit our friends. Nice crit. 34 damage for a cantrip. Great going. Right, we're going to get Evelyn over this gap. She shouldn't fall. Her strength is much higher. But that is all the distance that we have. Let's see. Hit the one with the most health. Strike it. Why not? We're no longer incapacitated. We weren't concentrating on this, so we still get to keep using it, which is lovely. Great work. And Just some cantrips. Probably be fine for a hot minute. Finally, area of effect doing some work. Especially because they don't understand entering and exiting in the geometry. Love to see a miss on a 22. And a nat 1 for good measure. Right. We cannot hit anything here. So I'm going to move closer to the AoE and just ready a melee attack. We're going to stand here, just in the edge of the AoE. And who's the healthiest? You are, and we have advantage on that, which is great. I thought I was doing Firebolt, but not much of a problem. Dead. And the same should happen for most of these guys, really. Sacred Flame on the remotely healthy one. Good. Take the extra bonus action for free. Good. Cantrips. Good. Lovely.
These creatures, they're demons.
Did we travel to their world?
Violet said Exonica was a great traveler. But other worlds?
She was clearly dealing in dangerous experiments.
This proves that she was linked to demons. We're making progress.
Let's search everywhere. We need to find more.
Okay. This is probably just going to be demon essence to collect. Seems to be the running thing. There you go. Grab all of that. Will this have our triangular key in it, perhaps? It does. And a report of interplanar experiments. Go away. Go away. Go away. Thank you. No one in the party is proficient with this language. That's okay. We have a paladin with a helmet of read everything. I'm actually gonna give some extra HP there and here and there, just because we need it. And then we now have tongues, so we can read the book without moving it between people's inventory. My work on gates has led me to an intriguing proposition. If my calculations are correct, the gates function by creating a path between 2 points passing through another dimension. In so doing, they create a path that is shorter than one that remains entirely within our own. If there are dimensions or planes or universes, call them what you will, other than our own, it follows that there may be worlds in those dimensions, and inhabitants of those worlds, and who knows what other discoveries are waiting to be made. I must investigate this further. Initial work on the planar travel project, as I have decided to call it, has been slow and frustrating. There are intricacies to the tuning of dimensional harmonics which go far beyond those for travel across Solasta that have required me to create an entirely new branch of mathematics. In addition, the mana requirements are exponentially larger and have led to some unfortunate effects in the mile or so around my experimental gate. Fortunately, these were easy to contain. Okay. Right, let's keep these spells live. Is there anything else to find in this location? Doesn't seem like it, does it? Just the bookcase. So we can head back. Now we have this triangular key. Can we go to that treasure room? Return to Miller. Free Exonica's soul, optional. Enter the treasure room. So the treasure room is the active quest. According to her last word, Exonia's soul might be trapped in her former physical body somewhere in the demi-plane accessible from the lab. Find it and free her soul. Is that going to be the experimental one first? This place. Fancy books, fancy books. Imperial Network Access. Treasure room. Do we do this one first? There's the possible optional one. I'm uncertain. Well, if we did want to do it, what is the code? Square, circle, triangle. So the keys are in. We make this one a square. And this one a triangle. Now, I might be dooming myself to some kind of larger problem here, but we won't know unless we try. Long distance mode selected. Where is this soul supposed to be? Exonica's soul might be trapped in her former body somewhere in a demi-plane accessible from her lab. I mean, a long distance mode would be a demi-plane, wouldn't it? Alright, this might be a terrible idea, but we're going to find out one way or the other.
I'm smarter than that.
You need the Sovereign to use long distance mode. Okay. Alright then, scratch that. Sovereign needed, I suppose so. Circle, square, triangle. Right, I'll jump cut that for you. Alright, circle, square, triangle. Starting to look like the PlayStation logo. Or at least the 4 buttons on the controller logo, as it were. Treasure room, huh? Search the treasure room. Free Exonica's soul. Right, we'll go in a clockwise direction, I suppose. Abyssal agitator tool. Oh my god. What have we just learned how to craft? An unintended boon discovered in my myriad encounters with demonkind has been that of the essences of their spirit and mana are often left behind as a viscous substance once their host is killed. After some experimentation, I have ascertained that this unusual raw material can be put to beneficial use. If one is so disposed and their user can put up with the deleterious noxious fumes generated by their application. These demonic ingredients, along with other more traditional crafting ingredients, can be mixed in various doses to create a substance I shall name demonic grease. To achieve this, one must first create a device that I have decided to call an abyssal agitator. A simple matter to assemble with one crafting tool where you know how. Once this device has been constructed, this will then enable the construction of a number of varied demonic greases described herein. Okay. Demonic Grease of Dawnbreak. Applying this demonic grease will greatly empower you, but beware the consequences. Applies grease to a weapon. Light source 2d6 bright and 2 tiles bright or 2 tiles bright, 2 tiles dim on target. Item 2d8 radiant damage, inflicts Bane-struck self. -1d4 to attacks, -1d4 to saving throws, inflicts demonic grease fumes self. You are unable to apply more grease fumes while affected by these fumes. Apply grease to your skin, grants increased spell attack self, add an additional +2 to your spell attack rolls, inflicts reduced armor class self. Your armor class is reduced by 3, you are unable to apply more grease. Interesting. Demonic Grease of the Night Hunt. Apply grease to a weapon on target, +2 attack and damage rolls, grants frenzy self. You can use your bonus action to make an extra weapon attack, inflicts light sensitive. Disadvantage by light. You are unable to apply more fumes. Apply to skin, grants armor class increase 2, inflicts light hypersensitive. These aren't seeming super great. Pseudo life. On target, 1d8 damage, inflicts attack disadvantage on self. Recurrent effect, 2d4 temporary hit points. You are unable to apply more. Apply to skin, 80 temporary hit points, vulnerable to slashing, piercing, and bludgeoning damage. Inflicts demonic fumes. Spell taint, 1d6 psychic damage on target item. Inflicts distracted, inflicts spell vulnerability. Grants advantage on saving throws applied on skin. Speed is reduced by 4. Grease of True Strike. Attack advantage for self. You have advantage on your attack rolls. Inflicts silenced. Apply True Sight to self on skin. Right, that's all very interesting. We have +11 on our Arcana here to make stuff. I guess we should make something, right? Even if we maybe only just sell them down the line. If we want to. Or try to. Alright. Very interesting. See how that affects things later. Anything trapped? Anything trapped? No? No? Good. Cash. Cash. Gems. 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 Sovereign. Simple weapon. Legendary. Requires attunement. Item properties. On Fiend. Plus 4d6 piercing damage. Item functions. Cast True Seeing once per dawn. A Draconic Diary. 3 big healing potions. A healing remedy. Potion of Invisibility, and Brimstone Fang. The book. This book contains a wealth of text and schematics. It seems to be about Malakan and Minor Gates, but it's all written in Draconic with technical terms that you don't understand. Someone with very specific knowledge like Violet Goodcheer could maybe exploit it, but you certainly cannot. Give me a full double check on this other magic weapon here. Anything else about this weapon we don't already understand? No. Okay. So, is that a better fit for us? It is finesse. It is +3. But it doesn't do as much stuff in general unless you're fighting fiends or you want True Seeing. Also requires attunement. Okay, and then this armor stack. A Wand of Magic Missile. Studded leather +1 armor. And magnificent gauntlets. Nothing super crazy there. How do I free this thing's soul? As an optional thing, I'm not sure how I'm going about that. According to her last words, Exonaika's soul might be trapped in her former physical body somewhere in a demi-plane accessible from her lab. Find it and free her soul. Maybe we need the extra person to get there? I'm unsure, but we have a lot of information to share with Violet. See what she can make of this. Alright then, let's get back, I suppose. There's nothing else here. Not like we couldn't take all of this gold with us. That definitely wouldn't assist us in our travels and our things that we need. So that gets us back here. Then from there, because it's only a minor gate, not a major gate, I think we still have to do the above ground travel to get home. Let's take a rest just because we're going to go out traveling and who knows what our first thing could be. Tongues, ends, don't know about anything else. Shields or arcane shield things end. But we're all right. So I think we're just getting back out on the road, but that will be for next time. For now, thank you ever so much for watching. If you enjoyed the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions, comments, recommendations, you can put them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.